Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World, and I'm a reseller on eBay and Poshmark mostly. And now I have a YouTube channel. I can say that now because I got my 1,000 subscribers. Hi, Bumblebee. Yeah, I'm going to wait till some people come in because I promised somebody or a few people I would do this video on all about everything I know about raccoons. We've done chickens, we've done possum, and tonight's is raccoon's turn. So, yeah. I don't know what has happened to the hour. We lost an hour. Hi, Janet. We lost that hour. It's daylight savings time now, and I just can't get adjusted here. It just, I'm so far behind every day. I'm getting up at the same time. I don't understand it. Kiki, hi. Yeah. And when I look at the clock, I am exactly 1 hour behind. Then Bryland Farm sent me a video that I had done a long time ago. It was done on iMovie when I was messing around with iMovie a lot. 1 hour is a lot to lose. It is a lot. And this video was put together. I'm not sure. I don't even remember, to tell you the truth, if I put it together or if iMovie actually put it together for me. I don't remember. But it was a long time ago. But it would be the perfect video to be in the front, like on the page 1 of this YouTube channel. And I don't know how to get it there. I did share it on Facebook. I found out that I can do that. But I don't know how to get it onto the front of this, of my, not StreamYard, but in YouTube Studio, how to get it to the front of that. I still have to mess around with it. And once I start messing around with the computer, hours go by. Today I lost an hour by looking at photos, upstairs, old photos. Well, that pretty soon an hour is gone. Yeah. So, oh, the other thing is I uploaded all the video from going to the thrift store to Goodwill yesterday, and I put it on to edit it onto iMovie to edit it. So it's there. I got it down or uploaded or whatever it is, uploaded to iMovie, and now I have to edit it. And believe me, it's over a half hour long. I want to cut it more than in half because it's just, yeah, like an intro, Bumblebee. It's just a little over a minute long. Do you think that's too long? I don't think it's too long when you look at it, when you watch it. If I could figure out how to send it to you, I would. You can look at it. Well, you could go on my Facebook and look at it. I just put it on there. So I don't know about it's really, I had forgotten completely about that, and then Bryland Farm sent it to me just with a thing saying I really like this. I've forgotten all about it. So yeah. I just went out and put my chickens inside the safer place. They don't want to go in the coop yet because, well, they might have gone in right now because I think the sun just set. But yeah, they didn't want to go in a few minutes ago. They wanted their treat. Hi, Renee. Your husband and you relocated over 30 raccoons last year. Ah, so you probably know a whole lot about them too. We started thinking that maybe they were returning. Right. We did take them approximately 8 miles. Yeah, it says that you have to take them quite a ways for them not to come back. They're so smart, though. I think Becky Part puts it on every video as she makes it. It just doesn't stay in the intro. I don't even know how to get it on to here, to tell you the truth. It's in YouTube, but it's way back, you know. I don't even know how Ryland Farms found it. By the way, somebody asked me how many watch hours I have. I just looked. I need 4,000. I have 3,810. Almost there, less than 200 to go. It's so amazing. But people are out there now watching my videos, I guess. There's a lot of them. This is another thing I meant to do tonight. I wanted to put my address to my blog. I was blogging from 2008, maybe 2006. I'm not sure what the date was when I looked. I mean, a long time ago. Let me see if I can get the address. Now, I hope I don't go away, but I think I can do this. I'll copy this. Whoop. Now, I didn't want to do that. Heavens, I hope you're still there. Okay. I'm going to copy this. Paste it. Okay. There's the address to one of my oldest blogs. And that's the address to my blogs. And, they're not videos. They're mostly all pictures, I would write every day. Well, not every day, lots of days. And yeah, all kinds of things on there. Diane. Hi, Diane. Yeah. When I went to hunt for some pictures, when I was looking through the photos, I went to hunt for some pictures of me from back in the days when I painted. And you'll see by this one picture of me how long ago it was. And that's what got me stuck up there looking at all the pictures. But I got looking at these pictures and I wanted to go find the couple that I still had here because I sold a lot of my paintings. Mostly I painted really small, little things. But I did paint some bigger pictures too. But they're all gone, except I have one left of 3 barn owls. I know it's around here. I've seen it numerous times, and I don't know where it is. And then my very favorite picture that I painted of the little wood duck, I can't find it either. Now I know it's here somewhere. Uh, oh, maybe I didn't click on this. Press to enter. There it is. I forgot to press the button. See down at the bottom of the comments, can you see that? If you copy that, it should get you there. Copy and then paste. I hope you can see that. You should be able to. Yeah. But I think how I got interested in my love of raccoons, and I don't know, maybe some of my chickens have been taken by raccoons, but I haven't seen it. That would probably make me a little upset, but they do live in my garage once in a while. And I might have one, although I did hear this raccoon in my garage, and I even saw it peeking over the overhang. They live up in the overhang of the garage. And they might live there's a space right on top of my chicken coop in there. My chicken coop takes up a quarter of my garage. It's a square thing in the corner of the back of the garage. And there's a space on top. And there's room for one to live up there. I just haven't gotten a ladder. I don't want to be climbing a ladder to look, to see. I mean, you could tell if there's something living up there, even if they're not there. But I have seen it peering over them when I've had raccoons. They peek over at you. I did see one like a month and a half ago, maybe. And the dog hears it once in a while. And he has treat a raccoon because I've gone out there and shown a light up there, and I know it's the raccoon. But I don't know. They usually they are usually having babies at this time of year. April and May is when they have their young little kits. They're called kits. But I don't know, maybe she's just quiet right now. But I haven't seen her peeking over if she's still there. Maybe the dog has made her decide this isn't a good place to raise her babies. I don't know. So, yeah. I think, though, the thing that got me interested in raccoons, guitar guy, hi, you're here. Yes, you're just in time. So the thing that got me interested, I think, when my kids were little, I was getting National Wildlife Federation magazines. And through them, the kids magazine is called Ranger Rick. And of course, Ranger Rick is a raccoon. And there's all kinds of pictures and things of raccoons in that magazine. It's a really nice one for kids, all about wildlife. But yeah, that's that. And I think when I started painting, because I like to paint wildlife, animals, naturally. And I just started painting a whole lot of raccoons because I think they're an easy animal to paint, to draw, for sure. I went from drawing horses when I was probably at the age of, 10, I was drawing horses. And I drew horses all through, high school. But then when I had little kids, I got interested in painting, and I started painting wildlife.
So raccoons were a lot of my paintings, but there were all kinds of other animals too. I painted rabbits and birds, ducks, geese, owls. I painted squirrels, all kinds of things. Things that we see around here mostly. But I did paint a lion once, and my daughter's really upset. She wanted that picture, and I must have sold it because I sold a lot of my paintings, and because I don't remember seeing it for years and years, so I don't know. I must have. But anyway, here's the type of paintings I did a lot of, these tiny little paintings. A lot of raccoons there. There's a bunny, a squirrel, and a deer, a fawn. But here was the age I was. You'll see. This is the age. This is me. This is the age I was when I was painting. I was married to the children's father. So there's a big one and a little one. So that's when I got interested in, in raccoons, really, I suppose. And every barn that we went to, they all have trouble with raccoons, trying to keep them out. And yeah. So the facts I know about raccoons is how smart they are. The reason they can get into so many things is because they have 5 fingers. They can manipulate things. They can open locks. They can open doors. They say if a 2-year-old can get into something or can unlock something, then a raccoon can. I've always heard that. So, yeah, I wrote notes down here to remind me. Yes, very dexterous. The name, now this I didn't know. I just found this out. The name raccoon comes from the Algonquin. I can't pronounce what it says, but it means something with the hands. Let's see, where did I see this? It means he who scratches with his hands. The Algonquin Indians, and they called it a ruffian. And that's he who scratches with his hands. He who dumps over garbage cans and gets into bird feeders. That's how I know they're around for sure, is because I usually have bird feeders out. And if you go out, if you just fill a bird feeder and then you go out and the very next morning everything is dumped onto the ground, you know that the birds didn't do that. The bird feeder's empty. They just feel they think it's much easier if they just dump the whole thing on the ground and eat it that way than picking it out of a bird feeder. So yeah. Also, in our big gardens, when we had big gardens back when we first moved here, we actually had about a 20-foot by 30-foot big garden, vegetable garden. And one year we grew corn. We grew 2 20-foot rows of corn. And it was growing really good. And it had corn, it was just about ready to pick. Well, the raccoons were waiting too. And I swear, the night before, because they're, nocturnal animals, the night before they got into the corn. And the corn was laying all over the ground. And when we looked at the corn, it looked like a person had eaten it, like down the row. It looked like people had eaten this. And it was a raccoon.
Yeah, they got into a lot of vegetables in our first few gardens. Uh, yeah, they are omnivorous, which means they eat vegetable. They eat most anything, tell you the truth. Uh, they eat meat, they eat bugs, they eat, any vegetables. They eat anything they can find. Uh, that's why they're so adaptive. They can live. They are uh, live in North America is where they live, and they're related to bears, especially pandas. Somehow they're related to pandas, and there is a smaller panda called the red panda, and they all have the mask. And they think that black mask on the raccoon is to prevent their God gave them that to prevent a glare because they're night animals. And if somebody shines a flashlight, well, on them, it prevents the glare, or in the daytime too. Now, just because you see a raccoon in the daytime does not necessarily mean it has rabies. Okay, they can carry rabies, unlike possums. Possums don't, but raccoons, yes, can. But they talk about that so much that I read someplace. I was trying to find it, but I know I've read someplace that there is only one recorded death of a human that was bit by a rabid raccoon. That actually a human that died. So maybe they got rabies, but they got treated. I don't know what that means, but I know I read that somewhere. Uh, very intelligent, and their eyesight is super, super good, and their hearing is excellent. They can hear an earthworm under the ground. They can hear an earthworm, and they eat earthworms. They eat most anything. Yeah. Uh, I told you that their babies are called kits, Kits, kits. Oh, this is something I didn't know. Two things I didn't know here. Did you know Calvin Coolidge, the president, Calvin Coolidge, kept a pet raccoon, and they called it the White House raccoon. I never knew that. And also, their hind feet, they're wonderful tree climbers or rock climbers, anything, because of their sharp claws. But their back legs, their back feet, they can turn 180 degrees when they're climbing up so that they can cling on with their claws onto the trees. Yeah. Let's see. Naughty critters. Yeah, they can be naughty. That's true. I don't know. They had their whole own folder here from when I used to paint. They live about 3 to 5 years in the wild. That's not very long. But wildlife. What are their enemies? Their enemies are dogs, or big dogs, or coyote, maybe a pack of coyotes, humans, and the automobile. That's where you see most of them killed, is on the roads. They can live up to 16 years in captivity, and the oldest one ever recorded was 21 years old. But people love to feed them. If they have 1 or 2 raccoons coming, then they start feeding them, and then more and more will come. Yeah, it's not a good idea. especially if you have pets. Yeah. It's just because they look real cute, when you throw something to eat to them, doesn't mean they won't kill your cat or won't kill your little tiny dog. Uh, it's a bad idea to keep wildlife as pets anyway, any kind. My This is so bright in here, and I only have these two lights on. I don't have the ring light on or anything. Every night that the lighting on this is so different. I'm using StreamYard tonight because I wanted to show you what I sold today. My mom used to say they must be sick. Well, it could be, but they'd have other symptoms. If you see a raccoon out and they're usually sick. I mean, they are usually drooling. They make this high-pitched sound. They're sick if they've come out in the daytime. But there's many reasons why they would come out in the daytime, especially if they have babies, that they're going to feed. Hunting for food is the main reason. And they don't only look at night. Sometimes they have to search in the daytime. Yeah. I think the babies stay with the mother like 8-9 months. They often talk about they're very clean animals, except when they're making a mess looking for food. Not that way. I mean, with their body, they're very clean animals. And yeah, they talk about them washing their food. I'm not sure if they're actually washing the food or if they just like their food dipped in water. But then I read that if there's no water, they've actually seen them brushing off the food before they eat it. So maybe it is. Maybe they are sort of washing the food off. But yeah. Yeah, my mother always said that too about raccoons. Oh, it has rabies if it's out in the daytime. Well, not necessarily. Yeah, I think the second barn we took our horses to, there were so many cats, and uh, they didn't get them fixed, of course. They were barn cats, and they'd have babies, litter after litter after litter. Well, if you'd come in the morning, some of those cats and kittens were all killed and it was by raccoons. Yeah. Please spay and neuter your animals. No reason not to. There's way too many animals in the world. You had a sick one scare you to death. I was relaxing one day on my zero gravity chair, and when I went to get up, one was sitting at my feet. Oh, Renee, that would be scary. Yeah, they can be fierce. Mm. Mm. Some night I will talk about my paintings, and I will hopefully will find the other ones I have around here to show you what I have left. I don't have very many left. I don't know why I didn't save them. I mean, I was real happy because the art league, we'd go to shows, and display our artwork, and then you could put a price on or not. Well, I thought it was great to be able to sell them. Very strong and determined. Yes, they are. Yeah, let's see. What else? I couldn't find the picture It's someplace, I'm sure it's maybe in my blog, or maybe I just have it back in my photos someplace, that I haven't found it yet. But I do have the cutest picture of a couple babies. This was just a few years ago, peeking over my overhang in the garage, and I got a couple pictures of them. Just little faces, you know, so cute. Thank you, guitar guy. I don't know why I didn't continue to paint. I don't know, because I was painting when I had little kids. You'd think I was very busy then. You'd think I'd keep it up. But I'm not sure why I gave it up. And now my sister says I should start painting again. But you know what it is? It's the fear of failure. That fear of failure thing is a true thing. I'm afraid if I try to paint again, I won't be able to do it. And that's what it is. I know it. Uh, a tour of your blog page. My blog page is years long. You can go along the side, like where the comments are here on YouTube, along the side of the blog. If you get to the blog, are all the categories I've written about and all the pictures and all, yeah. You can go by years, old ones or newer. It's all on there on the side. You can, what the blog is about that day. Life gets in the way. Yeah, it sure does. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything else. Raccoons, of course, are known by their mask on their face and their striped tail. There's a lot of, if you get a raccoon in your attic, which I've had, if you get raccoons in your attic or someplace you don't want them at, let me just tell you, there are very few companies or people that will come and take a raccoon, get a raccoon out. They may say that they're going to take it someplace else. I think it's against the law to do that. So if they're a company, they won't do it. They're going to kill the raccoon. So just know that if you call somebody. We've never called anybody. But I know I've had one in my attic. And my attic above my bedrooms are just, it's not a stand-up type of attic in these old houses. I mean, maybe in the very middle, you might be able to stand, but no. We only looked up there one time when we were buying the house. But I can tell by the sounds. I can tell if it's chipmunks. I can tell if it's bigger squirrels, and I can sure tell if it's a raccoon. Yeah. But I've had no trouble with them, trying to get through. Or I've had no trouble. If you pound on the ceiling with the broom handle, it usually makes them go away. If you do that enough and irritate them enough, they find another place. But we've never had to have somebody come and remove any animals. I would not feel good about that. Here's a list. How to recognize that you have a raccoon on your property. Tipped over trash cans, of course, they're known for that. Raided bird feeders, like I said. Pilfered gardens, like my corn, and damaged crops. Oh, uncapped chimneys. There's another thing. The chimney to our fireplace,
I have a real fireplace, a wood burning fireplace in my family room. It was, when we moved here, it was not capped. Okay. And we looked up there one year before winter came, because if you're going to burn in your in your fireplace, you sure want the flue open. You make sure the flue is open, and you look up and make sure you can see the sky. Well, there was a raccoon. I think he was just testing the place because he ran away right away, and I don't think he ever came back. But we had the chimney capped immediately. Yeah, any chimneys should be capped. That's what. Oh, torn shingles. We don't have shingles. And for sure, raccoon tracks. That's another thing when I know they're in the garage because, number one, my garage is terribly dusty because of the chicken coop in the garage. The chickens make a horrendous amount of dust because I use straw and wood chips as bedding. And they scratch around and they just make a tremendous amount of dust. And because the chicken coop is vented along the top and vented it on the door, the window of the door, that dust gets out and it gets on everything. Well, my car is supposed to be dark gray and it's like almost tan at the moment. And if there's a raccoon that comes at night, for sure he'll cross over my car and you see the little handprints. I mean, they're easy to recognize for sure. So it's easy to see raccoon prints in the snow or in the mud around my car. Yeah. So that's about all I know about raccoons. I've never had a bad experience, although I think probably one of my chickens or two were taken taken by raccoons. But I didn't see that. But when a raccoon is missing, or there's other ways to tell. You can tell if a hawk got your chicken, or if it was a fox. Fox or coyotes would take the chicken away. Raccoons may not. Depends on the circumstance, I think. Maybe if they have babies right there, they may not. But raccoons would probably carry chickens away too. I'm not sure. I never want to see that. But that's about all I know about raccoons. Yeah. They're they're like really cute bad tenants. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Well, I did sell. Yesterday was a 0 day as far as reselling goes. And Bryland Farms. Okay, let me see what she says here. YouTube is sending good video suggestions of your old stuff. Well, very good. So that's where you saw that video? I couldn't even remember that. I had to go way back to find that. Yeah, I think it would be a good one to bring forward. You're welcome. Norma Jean is here from North Carolina. Norma Jean +1. Hi. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen and show you what I sold today. I sold 1 eBay item and 3 Poshmark items. And I have them up here, so let me show you. This was the eBay item I sold. It's by World Unity. It's a boho sort of poncho type. It had little ball fringe all around where the sleeves and around the bottom there. I've had this forever, and I don't think I've had much interest in it. So somebody offered me, I think, I don't have it here. I think they offered me $10 for it, and I took it. So it went for $10 plus shipping. And I'm not sure where it went to either. Let me see here. Here it is. Yeah, $10. And it went to Seward, Pennsylvania. Okay, here are I sold the J. Jill denim jeans. They were cuffed, size 14, high-rise straight leg. They sold for $22. And I didn't write down where anything went. So sorry. I'd have to go dig in my bin over there. Next thing is, these are one of the jeans that my helper Samantha gave me. Torrid Bombshell Flare jeans. Size 14, regular light wash. These were the light wash. I sold the other ones a couple weeks ago. They were a darker wash. Sold for $23. Always Poshmark takes 20%, so I would get that less $2.30. And the buyer pays shipping. And third Poshmark item I just sold a little bit ago, Banana Republic, a fine wool pencil skirt. It was lined at size 6 and knee length, sold for $23 also. So that is what I sold today. I might get more, who knows? But better than yesterday, which I did nothing. So let me find my way back here. Yeah. Liz in New Jersey, formerly of London. Someplace I've always wanted to go, to England. I never got there. It's too late now. I won't fly anymore. I don't think so, Bumblebee. You know, I used to buy a lot of her things. Marjolaine, Bastin or Bastine, however she pronounced it. Yeah, I would buy a lot of her things. Well, I'm glad there's some new names here, I think. I'm so glad to see y'all. Yeah, I bet in a week I'll have my 4,000 hours. This makes me beyond happy. This is, I don't do much. I go to the grocery store. I go to Goodwill once in a while. And here's what I learned about taking my GoPro camera to Goodwill. After I get done editing this video that I did the other day, it's probably the last time you're ever going to see me doing that in Goodwill. Now, my daughter says I could just go to Goodwill for being a reseller and concentrate on what I'm buying, because that's what I couldn't do when I was fussing with this camera. Or I could just go in and just film and do nothing else but that. But that would involve going away from the dog, again, who has this, separation anxiety. And things make me so tired. It's hard to even describe. But yeah, I think my next video, I thought my next one was going to be to Aldi, and I was going to go today after Samantha left. But
I started making a list and I needed way too many things. And I'm only going to go there when I need just 3 or 4 things. After the fiasco I had with bagging the last time. So I will go maybe next week and just get a few things and concentrate on the filming. Because I like the grocery store idea and I like going to Target and doing it and doing the voiceover. Yeah. Yeah, I want to take the camera, but I don't want to take the camera when have to concentrate on, you know, doing the buying for eBay and Poshmark. The two just don't mix for me. Now, that's what a lot of people do, but it didn't work out so good. Uh, do you promote any of your eBay items? I have sales all the time on eBay. There's always sales going on of some sort. Also, by promote, do you mean promoted listings? Yes. I promote most all at 3%. And as far as on Poshmark, they get, they get shared all the time with Posh or VA. Mm, yeah. Yeah, 3% is what I do with the promotion on eBay. I've tried different amounts. I've tried the 2%. I think they made a rule now you have to at least do it by 2%. I've tried it all the way up to just let them pick. Well, I was giving away too much money. And I don't even think I was selling that much more to make it worth it. So I'm sort of going by some resellers that I watch that are good sellers and what they are doing. So I picked 3%. I don't know. Now, not to say I haven't put it at 4, a few things, that there's lots of listings of, then you need to promote yours. Yeah, 3. I don't notice the 3% that much, and yeah, it's something. I think you almost have to, unless you have a closet full of things that are just fantastic or one-offs that you don't have to promote at all. You almost have to, your bread and butter things for sure. Yeah. Yeah. But that is about what I have for tonight. It's about 45 minutes again, which is about what I do. Tomorrow night, I don't know what I'll do. Never know. I may pick another animal or who knows, my trip to Goodwill may be on. Or I may go out and do a chicken video. It's always, going to be a little different here. It's not always going to be reselling. I think people are seeming to like different things. Thank you, Norma. So I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place probably. And I'm hoping it stays sort of warm like it's been. And I will see you all then. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you then. Bye.